Hey guys, hope you're all doing well. So for today's video, I am going to be doing my book review on American Born Chinese by Luen Yang. And yes, this is going to be my first book review for 2015, so let's get this started. American Born Chinese is a graphic novel that is about identity, culture, and what it means to fit in as an adolescent and growing up. And that might be a storyline that we've heard time and time again, but I think, at least for me, it really hit home and I related to this graphic novel very personally. This is a really awesome graphic novel because there are three storylines that they might seem like they don't relate, but of course, things somehow fit together perfectly near the end. So the first storyline is about Jin. He is an American-born Chinese kid, and he lives in a town where he is a minority. Large majority of his classmates are white, and he is like one of like maybe 3 kids in the entire school who are of Asian descent. Growing up, he really wants to fit in, and he tries to fit in through various means, but it's just not working out for him. The second storyline is about Danny, who is an all-American boy, but for whatever reason, his Chinese cousin comes to visit him every year during the summer, or at some point during the year, and he's very baffled by it because he's like, there's no one in the family who is of Chinese heritage. Therefore, how is he related? That all makes sense in the end as well. And of course, we have the tale of the Monkey King. The Monkey King is a traditional folk story? I should have asked my parents, but anyway, I know the story of the Monkey King pretty well since I was a little kid, but if you don't, that's totally cool because Jin Luen Yang does an amazing job of making that long story of the Monkey King into a short, sweet, and concise way, all illustrated in graphic novel format. One thing that's shared along them is the theme of wanting to fit in. And how do you go about that? So I just want to first discuss about the things that I really liked about American Born Chinese. Now, as I mentioned, I related to the story very personally. So I guess I should maybe talk a little bit about that because it does go into the topic of the important discussion of why diversity in literature is so important. When I was a kid, I read a lot of books about young people, youth, kids, teenagers who immigrated from one country to another, from maybe China to North America or the United Kingdom. And for a very long time, those were the stories I generally found, and I couldn't really relate to them because I never lived in another country. I was born and raised in Canada, and I wanted to read a book, a story where a character was like me. Different cultural heritage, different ethnic background, born in a Western country, and I wanted a story where I could see myself in that regard, in that cultural identity. American Born Chinese finally fills that need, that desire to want to read a book, a story where I can relate in that regard very deeply. And the importance of why we need diversity in literature, I think, I read a recent article at university, and I think it's a very important point, and that is, you know, to see yourself in media, to see yourself reflected in art, gives you a sense of confidence and a sense of belonging, a sense of community. So now, onto some more critical points of why American Chinese is great. The storyline is really sleek and to the point. There is no drama injected in the storyline for the sake of drama. I think for the most part, a lot of people will relate. Another aspect of American Born Chinese that I really appreciated was its commentary on different ethnic portrayals on mainstream media, because I cannot tell you how many times I've watched like crime drama shows where the one episode could be about like a Chinese or Asian family at the center of this crime that happened, and there's this discussion of family honor. Such a stereotype. I'm sorry. Every time I see that in like some crime drama show, I'm just like, who wrote this crap? A heavy topic like different cultural portrayals on mainstream media is somewhat of a heavier topic, but it's written so seamlessly into the storyline. And in terms of the art, because this is a graphic novel, now I'm not a fine art student, I can't draw a straight line to save my life, even with a ruler, but the artistic style in American Born Chinese is very simplistic. If you are just getting into graphic novels or comics, this would be probably a good place to start as well, because the art is not this detailed, intricate, you know, masterpiece where it gets a little overwhelming at times when you're trying to read the storyline or the text. So overall, I have no complaints or disappointments with American Born Chinese, other than I hyped it up for myself. I thought this storyline was going to be very deep and very complex. Now, don't get me wrong, there are complexities and complex themes discussed in American Born Chinese, but it's not as numerous as I assumed it would be. I just hyped it up in my head, and so I thought, I was a little, it deflated a little bit. I deflated a little bit when I read it. I gave American Born Chinese 4.5 stars out of 5. I believe that Jin Luen Yang, he picked a good selection of themes to discuss, and he portrayed them and wrote a very great storyline to portray, you know, some complexities that are not easily discussed. So yeah, guys, that's it for this book review. I hope you enjoyed it. It was a little nerve-wracking planning this book review because, like I said, rather personal. When I finished reading this graphic novel, it hit home really deep. So I hope I was able to express my thoughts in a clear and concise manner. Thank you for watching. If you are interested in American Born Chinese, or if you've read American Born Chinese, please leave me a comment sharing your thoughts with me, because I would love to further the discussion down in the comments. My social media and my Goodreads account are all linked down in the description box as well, so feel free to check that out if you like. And yeah, guys, I hope you're all doing well. The month is coming to an end, which is insane. And I will see you till my next video. Thanks, guys!